My name's Susan Rushton, and I welcome you to our 27th year of Silver Screen Classic Movies. Free movies on the first Saturday of the month at 12 noon, 3:30, and 7:30 p.m. And 2 people per show win a door prize. They have a choice of books about movies or a DVD. Everything is the same as usual this time. There's one change, however. The Auburn Library is closed this year. They're preparing for a major renovation project that will take at least a year and a half. So Silver Screen has moved to North Auburn. We're showing movies at Parkside Church in Fellowship Hall, 3885 Richardson Drive, off Dry Creek, west of Highway 49. As you remember, I can't share the names of the movies with you until we are at Parkside Church. So if you want to know the name of the movies, investigate placer.ca.gov, click on Library, and investigate Program. Okay. So join us as we celebrate an age long gone, but fondly remembered. Okay, so now we're up to December. Welcome, welcome. This is December 6th, and here's what the movie's about. A delightful, very funny romantic comedy about a man, Don Ameche, who retells his life and marriage with Gene Tierney to see where he belongs, in heaven or hell. He's convinced that he should join the devil, but that head of hell has his doubts. According to the Guide for the Film Fanatic, this is immensely enjoyable, consistently splendid. The acting is superb. It was made in 1948. Okay. After he dies, Don Ameche is convinced, as we heard, that he was a bad guy. He believes he belongs, quote, where innumerable people had told him so often to go, unquote. So he appears at least in the entrance of hell and assumes all he has to do is say hi and stay there. But Satan, who, to tell you the truth, isn't like we expect him to be, has other ideas. Really? He demands. You belong here? Wait a minute. Prove to me that you belong here. And that's as far as I've seen the movie. I saw the beginning, and it was hilarious. And I knew I didn't have time to see the rest of it, but it was, oh yes, I've got to show this. And so Ameche does prove to him that he belongs in hell. He tries to prove that he belongs in hell. At least he tries. At least he thinks he deserves hell. So we have his wife, Gene Tierney. You know her from Laura, a year later, with Dana Andrews at Clifton Webb. You remember that one. And The Ghost and Mrs. Muir with Rex Harrison in 1947, which I love. We also have Charles Coburn, Marjorie Main, Spring Byington, and many others. Spring Byington was in plays, 66 movies, and lots of television. We will always see Charles Coburn as old, often with a monocle. He made 70 movies in 27 years. This was after he had started an acting company with his wife. They worked together for 30 years until she died, and then he went off to movies. And Marjorie Main, this funny woman, was in many Broadway plays and 92 movies, including The Women in 1939. If you haven't seen that, I highly recommend it. Meet Me in St. Louis, and she was Ma Kettle in 10 movies. This movie was directed by Ernst Lubitsch. You may or may not have heard of him. This was the 73rd of his 75 movies, which is probably why you haven't heard about him. If you haven't heard about him, that's probably why you haven't. He was known for the Lubitsch touch due to his sophisticated wit and style. Pardon me. One of his biographers said, "To the unsophisticated eye, Lubitsch's work can appear dated simply because his characters belong to a world of formal sexual protocol. But his approach to film, to comedy, and to life was not so much ahead of its time as it was singular and totally out of any time, unquote. His aim was to tickle the audience. He encouraged them, maybe teased, to expect sex, and more sex, but they never saw it. Instead, we're just supposed to assume that sex occurs, so we may see closed doors here and there, and we assume what they're doing on the other side. I let the audience use their imaginations, he said. Can I help it if they misconstrue my suggestions? Spectacular directors William Wyler and Billy Wilder both thought he was fantastic, and they weren't alone. And at his memorial after he died, Wilder said to Wyler, "No more Lubitsch. No more Lubitsch." And the other guy said, not only even worse, no more Lubitsch movies. Okay. This movie was up for an Oscar for Best Director, but Michael Curtiz won for Casablanca. It was also up for Best Picture, but oh darn, Casablanca won that one too. But at least it was up there. So, okay, I hope you join us for December 6th, and help us celebrate the golden age of the silver screen. Thank you.